bolting this here so it chills there for a minute. Then I can run the lines where they need to go, hopefully without dripping too much royal purple power steering fluid. Alright, where's this one go? I think this one goes down and under. It has to go up and over. World may never know. Yeah, that one goes that way. I gotta grab a pick. Alright, so I don't know if you can see or not. Got those two bolts in. The hoses make it actually a lot more difficult because I can't get my fingers right where I need them. But where there's a will, there's a way. Sorry. Hose is killing me. Can I sneeze? Okay. Thank whatever deity may or may not exist. This is over for now. Look how nice that looks. Happy little power steering AC and coolant coolers. Yeah, I'm over this. Super glad it's done. So now that I'm done with that, I get to work on that big old pile of 3.0.
Today, we're going to get started swapping our customer's 3.0 V6. First thing we got to do is take off the hood. Then we'll drain the coolant and the oil. We'll pull out the radiator, take off the air box, and so on. Hella annoying. Never been taken off. But first we can take that piece of it off. Before we drain the coolant and oil, we're going to throw it on the lift so that way we can use the lift to put it up in the air. Get off the skid plate beneath the oil pan and the radiator, so then we can drain the coolant and oil. We're going to actually pull out the battery as well so we can get it out of our way. It's been buffering. I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh. Is it,
I think I need to link the little extender up to the VC6.
That makes sense.
But I don't know how to do it.
That's going to be a mic question because I have no idea. So top one here, number, pound, goes to the top of this little diaphragm here. That's just going to get disconnected and float there. This one here, this one goes over to the brake booster, right on top of this manifold.
Well, this one, the hook points down. It'll point at the metal.
Sweet. That one's nice, yeah. Okay, number two goes to the top of the number two little, I guess it's a solenoid over here. a little plug over here. And it is towards the front of this little diaphragm. Shouldn't matter. Should all be the same in that diaphragm. And this one with a little check valve, that one close to the firewall goes to the top of the number 1 plug over here. It's got 2 little plugs on the top. It's the very top, closest to the passenger side fender. Okay, number 3 is the very top of this little triple cluster here. These are little hard lines. They're separate. They go underneath the intake manifold there, or at least underneath that part. Number 3 goes to the very top of the number 3 solenoid plug. Alright, this one, number 6, goes to the bottom of the number 3 plug, aka the one with the green plug. It's going to need a little more coercion. Ooh, that works nice. I can feel that working actually. Come on.
That little collar that they sit in, kind of as you undo them, put them back in it so they kind of, you know, stay where they were.
Sounds good. Keeps them labeled. I do have my spark plugs too. I have some keep them ordered. Even though I have 4. Okay, the one closest to the firewall / the bottom goes to the bottom of the middle plug, aka number 2 and red plug. Okay, this one, number 4, goes to the bottom of the first plug, aka blue plug. And then it goes to this little diaphragm here. I'm assuming that's emission stuff. Looks like it's good. Okay, these 2 go to the power steering. They both go to the same diaphragm. One goes to this upper little mount. The very tip of it's plugged off. The bottom of it's not. It's on the intake manifold there. That's where one goes. The second one goes to kind of the same style thing, but it goes in underneath the intake manifold. And both of these go to the same diaphragm right under the power steering there.
The radiator fluid's still draining, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect all the power steering pump bolts off of it so we can get that laid over off of the engine in the engine compartment, so that way we don't have to open up that system and have power steering fluid go everywhere. We don't want to deal with that. The radiator's drained. We're going to go ahead and pull it out.
So, talked to the gentleman that owns this morning. Told him about how his crate motor was a bit short of the crate motor, and he was cool. He's like, it's totally cool. I bring it to you guys. I'm totally glad to keep you guys busy. I like coming over here. I like the feeling of the shop. Not the feeling. There's a word for it. I can't think of. Yes, that one. Atmosphere. And no, he was super stoked, and he helped reorganize the cars, so it's totally cool. He's like, however much time or whatever you guys need, it's totally good. We'll figure it out. So he's a really cool guy. Good dude.
Okay, now that we got the radiator out, we're going to go ahead and take off the flex fan so we can get to the power steering pump so we can lay that over on the fender. In middle school I watched that shit. Okay, go for it.
I think I saw like one clip where they were running around on little pit bikes, but that's all I've seen.
Dude, Krusty Demons, they make some damn good videos.
It was like never on when I was home.
Well, you had to get to buy the DVDs.
Okay, that's why. Maybe I just saw the trailers then.
Yeah, that's what they do. They put them out so you have to buy their $40 tape.
That makes sense.
Now that we got the power steering off, laid off to the side, we're ready to go ahead and get in the truck, get behind the glove box, unplug the ECU and feed the main wiring harness for the engine through the firewall so that way we can lay it over the motor. When it comes out, we'll put that harness, as we're taking it off, we'll put it on the new engine on the ground. So we go to pull out the panel for the ECU and we go to slide the seat back and it won't move. The goddamn amplifier beneath the seat and the seat's hitting it so it won't move. And we'll probably fix that for him so his seat can function. So we're getting the side panel, rocker panel cover off. Then we'll get the kick panel off and we'll be able to access the ECU to unplug all the wires.
What?
Here's the said amplifier. Presenting the seat for moving. Nice amplifier wires going back, you know, the back speaker.
Come here, you.
Just like that. Just slide off.
Thank you. Bam, there we have it. So are we undoing all those bottom clips, or?
Well, you want to unbolt the ECU and then undo all the wires.
Okay. Sounds good. I gotta grab my...
And then we may have to pull out the glove box because further up there's two other wires that connect into your gauges.
Gotcha.
And then those tee off of that harness and then it can all come through the firewall.
Okay.
sometimes you can grab the edge of the grommet, just pull one side of it out.
It's got too much elasticity. It just goes right back in its home. Get out of your home. Oh, there we go. Alright, now.
If you unplugged it from everything, it should just come out.
It's got a lot of memory though. Nice stiff bundle of wires. I don't know what accident that was. What? So far, so good. Come here, everybody. So, that was so much less bad than I thought it was going to be.
Now that we got the wiring harness unplugged from the ECU and pulled through the firewall, we're going to take off the passenger side inner fender to be able to get the last of the harness off the inner fender so we can lay it over the engine. After that debacle, we got the engine harness laid over the motor now, so we're ready to take it up in the air and undo our slave cylinder, get that off, and then we'll move on to disconnecting the transmission. Now that we got our clutch fork out and our slave cylinder off, we're ready to go ahead and undo the exhaust off the collector flange up on the engine. We'll see if we break any bolts, hopefully not. Now that we got the exhaust off the driver's side collector, it came off a lot easier than we'd expect. Usually those studs always break. So now we're ready to move on to bell housing bolts. That's how far we got today, bros. We got all that done on the engine. Let's go through it. We got, we drained the coolant, we pulled the radiator, we pulled the air box, we pulled the power steering pump, we pulled all the vacuum lines off of it, we pulled all the electronics off out of the ECU, pulled it out of the firewall, laid it back over the motor. We got the exhaust undone, we got the clutch and slave cylinder out. So we're ready to go ahead and do bell housing bolts on Monday and go ahead and extract this engine. We can start putting our parts on our long block. It's not a crate engine, it's just an engine with heads, cams. We got to put timing on it, water pump. Excuse me, water pump. Got to put the water pump on it, and all the other accessories. So we'll see you guys then. thanks for watching and leaving comments. I read all of them. Like and subscribe. Go look at our website, cougarhousegarage.com. Look at our Facebook /CougarHouseGarage. And we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram. Follow us. We'll see you guys in the next video. It's pretty good if you ask me, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, I didn't even notice you're recording. I was just sitting here chilling. It's too funny. Getting everything all nice and purty like.